What's going on, guys? We're back with another video, and today we're continuing on the 2021 preview series with the GWS Giants, who everyone thought were going to be in top 4 contention last year and possibly finish first, but then ended up having a horrible year. So we'll have to talk about who's going to improve and who's going to have breakout seasons in 2021, and if they can bounce back and play in finals again in season 2021. But thank you guys for 300 subscribers. If you want to be in my 300 subscriber Q&A, go down below and click on my channel and then go into the 300 subscriber video and comment down below if you want your question to be answered. Now let's get straight into the video. Next up for the breakout player, I did go Jake Riccardi. Now Riccardi actually had a surprising year last year. His first year, he's a rookie, and he debuted late in the year. No one was expecting him to play, and if he played, no one was expecting this type of output from him. He ended up kicking 4 goals against West Coast in his first game of football, which was absolutely ridiculous. First of all, going to West Coast and having that good of a performance, because everyone knows Optus Stadium is so hard to play in. And then be able to kick 4 goals as a first year player was absolutely ridiculous. And now that Jeremy Cameron's gone, I expect Jake Riccardi to come in and almost be like a Jeremy Cameron replacement. And I fully believe this man can do it. He has all the potential in the world. Next up, for needs to improve, no real surprises here, which is Stephen Coniglio. Now, he had an absolute almost Brownlow season 2019 before going down with an injury. And then when he came back, everyone expected him to be almost the same as what he was before he got injured. But he was nowhere near the player that he was. After having an almost Brownlow season to getting dropped as captain, as his first year as captain, really shows that he was just not in the right headspace to be a captain. And I don't know if he'll continue being captain next year. There's no real announcement about it. I believe he can do it, but he just needs to focus on playing football as well as being a captain. And maybe he's not in the right headspace to be a captain. If he's not, then I reckon GWS should probably take it off him, or not take it off him, but he should probably just say he doesn't want to be it, because obviously if his play goes down, I would rather him play than him to be a captain and barely be able to play, which is really sad to see him getting dropped last year. Next up for the BNF winner, I have Toby Green. I expect this man to play more around the goals than he has previous years because of the lack of goals from Jeremy Cameron, because Jeremy Cameron won't be there. He'll have more pressure to kick goals. I feel like he'll take that on the chin and not only set up his other forwards like Jake Riccardi and Himmelberg and Jesse Hogan and all that stuff, that he'll be able to kick goals himself and end up being a BNF winner in 2021. Next up for the big improver, I have young Tom Green. Now this man was taken 11th overall, I'm pretty sure, in the 2019 season, and was absolutely like a beast. I remember that game against Collingwood when he had 30 touches. He's not too damaging with the football so far, but he has great quick hands. He has the ability to just be a ball magnet. He's a guy that I reckon plays like Clayton Oliver. Once he gets his kicking ability to AFL level, he'll just be an absolute insane midfielder. But I expect him to make a big jump and play a lot of games next year with the outs of some of their players that they had this year. Next up is a man that I mentioned before, which is Toby Green, kicking the most goals. I believe this man has the tools to be able to kick the most goals. I feel like this man could kick 50, almost 60 goals a season and almost be in All-Australian contention next year. That's just how good I reckon he'll be. He'll get a lot of touches of the football. I believe that he'll just be not a lone man down forward, but he'll be like the main target, almost play like a mini small forward. That could change, but with the lack of Jeremy Cameron, I feel like this man will just stand up and just be the main goal scorer going into 2021. Shout out to Elijah, who said that I should do surprise All-Australian in these previews. So from now on, I'll be doing a surprise All-Australian for every team. I'm sorry, like everyone else I've done so far, that I've only just started this now. But if you want me to do your team that's already been done, I can just drop a comment under your comment saying who I think your surprise All-Australian will be. So yeah, I've gone Toby Green, even though I think he's been nominated before. I don't think he's ever been an All-Australian, or if he has, it was only once. I didn't do any research on that. But I don't know if it's much a surprise, but I just feel like that he's the best chance for being an All-Australian. If he does kick the most goals for GWS, and GWS are around the mark for finals, I reckon he'll easily be an All-Australian contention. Next up we have the best 22, and this is the best 22 that I've picked out. They still also have some serious talent going into this year. They had a breakout year from Ian Hill last year, along with additions of Jesse Hogan and Brandon and Braden Pruce coming into this year, which would be good. And then they have some young talent like Tom Green, Jack Riccardi. Harry Perryman had a very, very good year. Lockie Ash was a top 5 pick last year. I expect him to have a very, very good season. The only weaknesses I see is maybe Adam Kennedy in this team, and I wasn't sure what else to put. I don't know if Adam Kennedy's still in their best 22. I know he hasn't played too much footy last year, but he wasn't their best 22 a couple of years ago, and I think he's still in there. On paper, he's still in their best 22, so I'm not sure if someone like Isaac Cummings or Connor Iden or whatever that bloke's name is. I just know he played against the Saints in round 23. But I expect Braden Pruce have a very good year. Their midfield's still very, very good. Lockie Whitfield, Tim Taranto, Josh Kelly, Caniglio, Hopper. That's a very, very good midfield group. And they have a lot of avenues to goal, like Jesse Hogan, Himmelberg, Finlayson, Toby Green, Brett Daniels and Ian Hill being them 2 small forwards. And they still have Matt DeBoer, Cal Ward, which I don't know how much them blokes will play. I know Cal Ward is very, very injury prone this late into his career. He's barely played. And then Matt DeBoer, they're trying to develop him into more of an actual midfielder and forward, which I know he'll play with as a tagging job, but I don't know if he'll play all the time. This team have a little bit of holes in their team, but all around it's a very, very good team. They still have young talent coming through. After all that said, I still reckon the Giants will finish in 11th, just outside of finals. I could see him jump up into maybe the 8th position, but I feel like the teams that I've put in front of him have a better chance and they're a more exceeding list. I feel like this list has a bit of chemistry problems. They're not too confident in their own ability. Like Stephen Caniglio still has all the tools to be a superstar, but he's just not in the right headspace and he's not confident in himself, along with a lot of other players. But I feel like if Toby Green has a full season, Jack Riccardi has his breakout year, other players like Jesse Hogan returns to his Melbourne form, that this team could have a very, very good season and play finals once again. They have the talent on the list, just they need to perform at the level that everyone knows they can, and they could easily return back into the finals picture. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy it. There'll be another one of these on a different team coming out in the next couple days probably, which look forward to it. Drop a like on this video. Thank you guys still again for 300 subs. I know that was about a few days ago, but I still can't believe we're on 300 subs. We're still exceeding. We're on the road to 400 subscribers now, so get around that. And yeah, thanks for watching.